What's good, chat? You're back. They're all fucked up. Don't matter, though. That's not the tone or the mood we give a fuck about. It's a lot later in the day. It's about 7-ish o'clock. And main reason for that is because we have to go to the school first in order to get the day started. Now, why am I going to the school? That's a great fucking question. That's because, I've been attending the school for now a year and a half. And what that means is I've attended at least 4 semesters thus far, including the summer and winter. So I've basically been year around, and having to do this each time kind of gets annoying, especially for applying for financial aid. However, the reason why I'm very annoyed is because we have to go to the school with who I say who I am. And, it's not like it's some crazy hard thing to do. However, shit like this takes time out work. Why should I have to take time off work? Why should I have to take time off work to show that I'm a real fucking human being? Well, not only have you seen me in person, I'm also, like my attendance in class shows if I can go to the school, I got a goddamn 3.85 or some shit like that GPA. Motherfucker, I'm attending your school. I don't know what else to say. Besides that, though, man, a little bit of something else to talk about. I recently downloaded TikTok, and TikTok's made me realize social media really does a lot to change the way somebody feels. For instance, last night I was experiencing FOMO, and what made me realize this not only was from TikTok, but just me thinking upon my life and, as I've read and got a better vocabulary. Myself included, I don't know if anyone else experienced this, but I've only experienced limerence. Now, limerence, to sum it up in a short version, is just puppy love. That feeling of, when you're at your high. It's like a high. Love's at a high. Everything's going well. Everything's connecting. It's not really any arguments. Y'all just getting to know more about each other. And then until y'all reach that point to where it's like, damn, do I really want to be with this person? Am I okay with all the thorns of this rose that I picked? That's before that point. And I'm sitting here thinking about this shit. I'm just like, yo, that's the only thing I've ever experienced. Because anytime shit hits the fan to where I think like, damn, do I really want to be with this person? My answer is always no. After I fall out of that. And that's happened with basically every romantic relationship I've had. And I don't have many, especially that didn't just end in some in and outs. However, it's something that crossed my mind and made me experience that FOMO. And I've had to take a probably good 10-15 minutes to identify that and figure that out. But the beauty of learning about who you are and being able to express these different emotions in different ways and actually feel them and let them pass is I don't feel that anymore. I can talk about it. It's not something that's going to be making my heart feel heavy. It's not anything that is a necessity to where I'm like, damn, I need to take time to mentally, bar myself from the world, not post, not go to the gym, not do anything. It's not something that's going to come back and haunt me. It's not something that I need to heal from. It's just something I needed to feel. And feeling that emotion is what made me get that. So I understand what FOMO feels like for me. And that's what's the case. Now, that's probably a new emotion that I've never felt before. Yeah, definitely. My first question was, why does this emotion feel so unfamiliar? Like it's never happened. And well, that's the reason why. Because I could give a fuck about what's going on in the world or, what people are doing. However, at that point, it made me realize it's not so much about what other people are doing, but the lack of experience that I've had. Because everybody experiences love in some facet, whether it's from their parents, siblings, but I'm not discussing love in that setting, or in a blood-related setting. I'm more saying in the way of like you find a platonic partner, and that platonic relationship goes beyond that. It grows, it nurtures into something that's beautiful. something that people want to cherish and they see and they appreciate things like that on the planet, because you don't get to see that often, especially now. So as TikTok was like, Love Island just shows you that all the world is as of now is attention to currency, which has been a fact fucking since the dawn of time. Lust is actually love, which most people, since the dawn of time, have interpreted that. And then I forgot the third one because it was so remedial and fucking stupid. But I was just sitting here thinking about this, and like, it's unfortunate that it took you a show, analyzing a show for hours and hours to figure that out. And these are just common sins that any religion will teach you, for sure. So, to me, it was just like, oh, congrats, man, you woke up to the world that's been since fucking has existed. I mean, the ability to produce offspring. The only difference is social media puts it on full display. I sat here and realized how bad man's lust has become. Fuck, I can't even say that, but how bad men's lust has become is mainly because they just lost. A lot of people are just lost souls wandering this planet. They don't really have any intention of what they want to do, how they're going to do it, and when they're going to do it. So they just decide to sit here and in their time, they play with themselves, go on a female streamer or man streamer, if they that way, and then donate to hear their name said. Climax. That's how I see a lot of men now at this point. And never understood, like, well, why would people donate? Well, that's the only, at least towards a woman, in my book, what I would be able to say from. I don't swing the other way. But that's why I say most women streamers have such a male fan base. Because a lot of them are sitting there like, damn, pretty woman, I pay a little bit of money, she's going to say my name. She says my name, I'm done. Click off the stream, on to the next. That shit's probably happened at the same time. Motherfucker just got an online jerk circle. That's how I see that shit. But if men were able to control their lust, you wouldn't see a lot of these women doing the shit they do. And if we saw a lot of men checking women for their actions, I guarantee you still want to see a lot of the bogus that does occur, or at least as often, I should say. Because don't get me wrong, the internet's still going to play that effect of online dating and make it the game of what it is now. Who got the most money, fame, and attention? However, I still think for the average girl who is in this state of delusion, because wherever the internet's showing her, you would see that, or they would start to see like, well, damn, no matter who it is, niggas don't play. And I mean, I can't blame either side, but if I were to blame anybody, damn sure wouldn't be women. I think a lot of men, that's what women would say, have become weaker, and I would say it's due to their lack of emotional intelligence. They lack the emotional intelligence to understand themselves, understand what presses their buttons and what affects them. Women want to get under their skin as much. They want to sit here ready to, punch somebody's lights out over a woman or shoot up the entire block for a small inconvenience. A lot of that is feminine energy, being guided and misled by your emotions. And I'm not saying any of this to shame it. I'm just stating my thoughts and opinions of how we've gotten here. Now, I haven't been on this planet for long, but as most may see if they meet me or know, become very observant of my surroundings and very observant of the world around us, no matter what. Yeah, but so it doesn't change for anybody. It doesn't change for a married man. It doesn't change for a married woman. A lot of the roles and dynamics that people idolized. And the reason for that was due to men and of it. So there's one take that I think a lot of women won't like it. It's crazy. But I do see the truth in it when you sit down and really think about it. women of today's age have a shit ton of power, political power, social influence, as they always have, as a woman always has since the dawn of time, and they always will have, because they're just the more talkative, emotionally guided, and easier to network individuals. However, what I think everybody forgets, the main reason women were provided said power wasn't a lot of the fact due to men. Now, I'm not saying they didn't work their ass off for it. That's a misogynistic view. However, a lot of as I was saying, the shit that occurs today, and most people just look past, it's mainly because we have not been checking. No matter, even if it's on the smallest shit, don't change. For instance, I look at myself as an example. What the hell is going on? Some Hollywood shenanigans. I look at myself for an example. If I'm not in order, or I'm doing something that's fucked up against my ideas, something that's not in line with my goals and normal actions, I correct it and check myself and move forward. That way, in the next event that does occur, well, guess what? I know how to check it, number one. Number two, I know when that fault, when that self-blame is needed to be pressed upon me. Like these past couple weeks, I feel like I couldn't have done more with my days. That's mainly because I don't lift every day. And coming from something doing that every day to now limiting myself 4 times a week so I have more time for school and to be able to still have a social life makes me feel less than. So, in general, chat, I'll have another video out for y'all tomorrow, but as of today, I'm gonna cut this one short.